But I'm sympathetic to conservatives who go, boy, we let gay marriage
Yeah.
happen, and look what's happened
Yeah.
since. Now we're into all this gender stuff, and they're literally teaching gender theory to 5-year-olds who know nothing about gender or
Well,
sex or anything else. I
well,
see it. I see what they were worried about, and unfortunately, the left. You tweeted out something a couple of weeks ago. I was never a conservative until the liberals decided there were no rules.
The conservatives let me get married, and now kids are being groomed to be gay. What a horrible thing to think that one day my kids may grow up to be like me. I have high-level ideas, and I see it now that people like us weren't conservative until liberals decided not to pay us ridiculous amount of money to be their toady. Damn it! Why does my Rubin impression sound like my fake Canadian accent? This is Rebel HQ. I'm Sandee Lovas. Dave Rubin is breaking records for how low a person can go and still be referred to as a bipedal organism. He sat down with Canada's best example of the worst academia has to offer to talk about how his right to get married is bad for America and the future of children. That is monumental self-delusion. Dave is more sympathetic to conservatives who hate people who love and identify differently than them than he is to folks in the queer community who are under threat of assault, imprisonment, being erased from society, and murdered by the very people he so desperately wants to be tolerated by.
So much of all of the things that we knew, we no longer know at a societal level, apparently. So what do we do going back to the conservatives that were worried that this is where we were going to end up? In some sense, I should probably be their greatest hero.
Okay. I just I don't know how they can sit there with a straight face after he said something so stupid.
Because it's like, oh, here's someone who wanted to enter civilized society, wanted to affirm most of the long-fought, time-tested ideals, wanted to enter the world with those things, help defend that world. It happens to be a little different than we would think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's two guys. I can't deny it. I should sort of be a hero to them. It's not the ideal one that they went for, but it's approximately close enough that this should be pretty good.
Because he is the hero the right deserves, but not the one it needs right now. So they'll continue to hound him because he will take it, because he is not their hero. He's a self-absorbed, useful idiot. The idea he should be revered because he conformed to civilized society as much as possible while still being gay is absurd. If his idea of being civilized is right-wing ideology intent on forcing others to be someone they're not, then he was dropped on his head a few too many times as a baby.
I suppose that will be my challenge in life.
Well, I think,
maybe that's
but I also
just,
think that's probably true. But you also said
Abracadabra!
earlier that as far as you're concerned, they also have a point.
There is a point there.
Okay, so what's the point?
Well, there has to be a point there because, look, gay marriage was legalized, I think, at a federal level in the United States in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So that we're now 7 years off of that.
Right.
And look at all of the craziness that has happened since. I am not directly connecting it to that.
Unless gay marriage was responsible for Trump getting elected the following year, none of the craziness over the past 7 years has anything to do with gay marriage. And we all know Trump was elected because of Russian interference, Hillary's emails, and because a god deemed it so. I'm not sure which one.
But when you change fundamental structures, some weird things are going to happen. This is, again, where I would lay most of the blame here. I would lay on the sort of liberal establishment where nobody was willing to defend anything.
We defend your right to get married and have children, you arrogant son of a moose herder. It's a Canadianism. Fight me on it. I can't tell if Dave has deluded himself so much he actually believes his friends on the right tolerate him, or if he's frantically trying to prove to them he will be their tool for as long as possible, because he knows once the right no longer finds his contribution to the cause is worthwhile, he's going to be targeted with their hate and lose everything he has. He's so desperate to be part of a group that despises him, he sold his soul, only for it to be returned as defective. For more of my stuff, look for me on social media as Left of the Box. Don't forget to hit buttons and leave comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get informed, get involved.